Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Virgo July 2023 Illumination reading. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot reading for soul illumination. So hi, everyone, and welcome. My name is Lauren. This reading is going to be taking a look at the energy for the month ahead, for the month of July, for the sign of Virgo. And Virgo, we're going to start by looking at what you're bringing to the month. And then we're going to be looking at what Spirit is asking you, a theme that you're going to be looking at throughout the month and really embracing by the end to bring in to basically help you overcome a challenge and bring in a blessing that wants to come in for you. So let's jump right in here. We have Four of Cups, the World, and Eight of Wands coming in, Virgo. Wow. Very powerful to be coming in with this energy internally. This is where there's kind of a hard stop to, I think, kind of a disappointing experience on an emotional level in your life. And it's quickly followed by fast forward momentum. Four of Cups speaks to kind of just that malaise we can all get into when we don't really feel excited on that or even connected on an emotional level to our living experience. It can be where we're looking at kind of the three cups outside of ourselves. This could be our work life. It could be our home life. It could be friendship, community, support groups. And we're just kind of like, not doing it for me. I need something more. And here's the hand of the divine kind of handing back your cup, saying, it's time to look within again. It's time to get back to the self. It's time to honor what you need to connect to in your life. What are those dreams you've kind of put on the shelf? What are those feelings you haven't been recognizing? Again, what are those needs you need to have met? And there's this feeling of like, okay, I get it. The world's a hard stop. Eight of Wands, fast forward momentum. This is like, let's go out there and start doing things again. So it's good. It shows that you've really been doing the work, that there's some awareness here around a part of your life that there might have been some disconnection from or dissatisfaction around, and you're ready to get back out there. You're ready to kind of take the reins, so to speak, and start to get moving. Which is very positive when we're entering into July. So let's see here. So we have temperance in your external environment, or basically the theme for the month and what Spirit's really asking you to embrace, which is a beautiful energy. So here we're going to move this up here. Now, temperance is all about balance and moderation. It's also, for me, it brings in the number 14 in the tarot, which for me is the number of growth or freedom through change. And it's also can be about divine timing. There is a feeling sometimes that comes with this card of an angelic presence, and that can be taken almost as divine timing. It also speaks to balancing, because you can see the individual here pouring between two cups and it's kind of hard to see. There's the triangle here, and there's a little circle up there. But what this really represents is the balancing of two different elements, the balancing of fire and water. And there is a feeling here when we think about balancing fire and water, when it's pertaining to the tarot, this is about bringing in emotion with where and how you choose to take action, and vice versa, so that we're not just taking action without having some type of emotional connection to that. And we're also not just sitting with emotions kind of like here, where we're also not then taking action on remedying it or kind of letting our actions speak and help us move forward and see where we need to take action. So there's this beautiful, I think, awareness that you're coming into by the end of this month of maybe where you have not been bringing that level of emotional connection to what you've been doing to your life experience. And there's like a kickstart of like, okay, now's the time to get re-engaged again. Now, your underlying energy is the Five of Cups. So with the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups, they both really speak to, you can see the Three Cups here and you can see the Three Cups here. There's a feeling here around with the Three Cups that you might have lost a support group, a friend group, a community sense. This could even be a familial kind of bond, and that something didn't work out. that maybe there's kind of been this long disconnection here because of the underlying sadness or disappointment of having lost a very strong support group for yourself. And this could be where maybe then you're trying to find a replacement and you're just like, nothing is quite replacing what I lost at this point. Now, underneath that, here you are, Virgo, with the Knight of Pentacles, that kind of hard work ethic, that put in the time, commit step by step to something. But underneath that is the Hermit. And it does show that many of you have gone through this kind of soul-seeking, going within period. The Hermit can speak to actually also kind of having to be alone for some time. Now, the Hermit is also your energy, Virgo. So this is really you sitting with your energy and getting very clear, I think, about maybe not only where you've been trying to go within and kind of re-find yourself, but also finding out how you can incorporate the light within, the dream within, the star within yourself, and how you can bring that out and start to make practical plans from that place. Now, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups here, there may have been something you had been working towards, and it didn't either A, there was not the support you wanted as you were building something here, or it could have been that you're realizing in the building of something or working towards something that, how can I put this? That maybe you were working towards something and maybe achieved it and realized it wasn't exactly what you were hoping for. And that can happen at times. But this can also be where maybe you had to take the time to go within, and while you were doing that, things changed in your external environment. And that can happen as well. When we change internally, our external manifests differently as well, changes along with us. And I think for some of you, you might be actually really realizing the power of that here with the Four of Cups, the World, and then the Eight of Wands. It's like, okay, I've done enough soul searching. I've done enough going within. And now I'm pulling my head up and I'm getting ready to start to take some action. There's some things that need to get done here with the Eight of Wands. Okay, now I'm going to pull some cards here to really dive into the challenge that you're facing, maybe the block, advice from Spirit as to how to overcome that, and then we'll look at the blessing that wants to come in. So actually, let me move all this kind of down a little bit here so we have room for the cards. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords coming out as your main point of challenge. Now the two, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so you have the Two of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. There's something here around for many of you. You feel stuck. You can't make a decision as to whether or not you want to move on a new opportunity. That's what the Ace of Pentacles represents. Something new. Something new in the tangible. And let's see here. Okay, so then we have the Three of Wands at the heart of your reading, Seven of Wands, and the High Priestess. Secondary underlying energy is the Hermit again. So yes, this is about reconnecting to yourself, but it's time now to come out of that Hermit energy, Virgo. It's time now to really show the star that you found within yourself and put that into the lantern to guide the next way forward. This is a time of really, I think, coming out and showing it's going to be about making a decision. So the Two of Swords and the High Priestess, both of these call for making a decision. But the Two of Swords is where we feel like we can't see a way forward. It's Moon in Libra is what represents this card. When we think of the sign of Libra, Libra is all about analyzing both sides. It's about balance, about fairness. And sometimes you can get stuck trying to go a little too much into the analyzing of like, well, one thing seems better, or trying to find what seems better versus something else. And the Two of Swords actually is very similar to the High Priestess energy in that it asks the individual who's looking at two swords that look identical to almost close their eyes and go within and use their intuition to choose a sword, which is a sword of truth, or the clarity as to the decision that needs to be made. Is it a yes or is it a no? Or is it this or is it that? And the High Priestess is the same thing. The High Priestess is the individual who goes within, hears the answer, understands the answer, and understands that the answer usually has to come within. It can't come from without. And this individual has made a decision. Now, the high priestess can speak to sitting with that decision and kind of not moving forward on it, meaning that it's like, you know what needs to be done, you know what decision needs to be made, but yet that's the final challenge here, is actually Eight of Wands, taking action towards that decision. So there is a feeling here of kind of coming in and feeling like you're blocked, like I can't see a yes or no. Should I take this new opportunity? Ace of Pentacles. This is the seed to be planted for the Ten of Pentacles to come. This can be a new home move. This can be a new person coming into your, like something in the physical. This can even be where you get a little bit of extra money on the side, or this could be a new job opportunity, something along those lines. And with the Three of Wands at the heart of your reading, this is what Spirit's asking you to embrace this month to really help you gain clarity as to what this Ace of Pentacles is for you, and the understanding and decision you've made around this Ace of Pentacles. So the Three of Wands is a card that speaks to waiting for our ships to come in. It's a card of opportunity. It's also one where we have to take a look at where we've chosen to take action and what we're expecting to come in based on the actions we've taken. So this would be, for instance, where, let's say you were looking to possibly get a new job, and so you started to put out your resume, and you're now waiting to see what comes back from that. Now, this could be like, there may be an opportunity, something along those lines where, okay, you get a bite, you get an interview, and maybe you do get a job offer. But then there's this understanding of, or this feeling of, well, do I take it or not? That kind of thing. But with the Three of Wands, it's also really, when you dive into the theme of the Three of Wands, it's also really looking at, you can't expect something to come in for yourself that you haven't chosen to take action towards. So if there is something that you're looking to come in, or there is something that you want to do with this pentacle, then there is this feeling of needing to take action towards it. And this is the Eight of Wands, is a lot of action towards it. This is like, woo, things are happening. So with the Seven of Wands coming in directly after that, this is an individual who is going to hold their position, as you can see. This is someone who's going to sit there and ask themselves, is it in my best interest to defend the choice and action that I am choosing to take? And if the answer is yes, then this is where it's time to really hold that position and stand your ground, because there has been a decision with the High Priestess made here. So I'm seeing a progression. There has been something that's come into your reality that has been this new seed, this fresh start. And there may be more coming in for you around this, but you're going to have to be the one that stands firm in the understanding of what you want to do, how you want to plant the seed. Do you want to take advantage of it? And really being able to kind of come out of this period of deep introspection, along with disappointment and dissatisfaction, and move into taking action towards what you actually want to bring in for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to pull some clarifiers here, some additional cards to really dive a little deeper. So let's see what's going on with this Two of Swords. Why is there some indecision or lack of clarity around what to do? Okay, yeah, Two of Cups. Two of Cups is intimate connection with another. This can be equal partnership. For some of you, this is about this opportunity is coming through connection with another. Okay, we have the Tower, we have the Seven of Cups, and we have the Six of Coins. So Tower speaks to kind of a big revelation, something that when the Tower comes in, it means that there's been something in our life that we've been kind of clinging to out of security, but which has been built on a faulty foundation and which needs to come down to free us, when we think of, again, freedom through change, to free us to be able to see the opportunities. And I also get kind of the return on your investment as well that's waiting to come in for you. Seven of Cups is a card of opportunity. It's one where we sometimes, if we can block ourselves off from that, where, for instance, like look at this individual here, he's looking at only 3 cups and is like, none of this really is making me happy. But yet what he's not seeing is that there's a whole world of cups out there. And when I say cups, I mean cups are points in which we can choose to emotionally connect with our experience. These are people that we can emotionally connect to, and these are things in our life. These are hobbies, these are passions, these are dreams. And with the 6 of Coins, this does speak to balance. It speaks to having enough in the physical. It speaks to a return on your investment. And I think for maybe some of you, there may be this feeling of maybe you don't feel like you've had a return on your investment, or you feel like maybe you've given to people and you don't feel like that's been reciprocated. But there's something around balance, and the decision here is being clouded by how do you connect with others? I think. Do you connect? Are you going out there and opening yourself up, Virgo, to others who might be supportive of you and might be supportive of, this could be opening up to an individual for those of you who are like kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out with someone in your life. But this could also be where, the Tower could, to be honest, this could also be for some of you where you've connected with someone, but there's this kind of feeling creeping in of like, well, what if there are others out there that I might connect to? But I get the feeling more for many of you, there's this kind of, I think you've been holding yourself back from intimate connections with others. Ace of Pentacles, Justice, and 4 of Wands. Also with 6 of Coins, this can speak to help. This can speak to people. It speaks to the giving and receiving in life. And for some of you, this may be that there are others in your life that want to come in and help you in this period. And that maybe that's what's also bringing the Tower down. You realize that there is the support around you, and it's time to open up to others. With the Ace of Pentacles, for many of you, this Ace of Pentacles is a marriage. Justice and 4 of Wands very much speaks to committing, signing a contract. 4 of Wands can speak to a firm foundation built on passion, celebrated by others, which often represents marriage. There may be this may be a kind of a difficult period where you were kind of like, do I get married? Do I not? Is this the right person for me? And maybe somebody came in. This could also be with the 8 of Wands, that all of this happened really fast, that it was like, whoa, I was dissatisfied for a long time. Then finally I met the right person. And then it was like, boom, we got engaged, and boom, we got married. And it was like, whoa, this was a lot. Now, for some of you who maybe either you've gone through this already and it's like, oh my gosh, it's kind of putting you into this period of like, whoa, there's been a lot that's happened and I'm trying to just gain my footing. Or for those of you who are just about to go through this could literally be where you are being faced with this. You're being faced with kind of breaking down your own internal walls and connecting with others again. Because, the 5 of Cups does speak to disappointment. So there might have been a loss of a relationship in the past, or again, a loss of just a support group. And it's been difficult to open up again vulnerably with others. And this is saying it's time to realize that there's so many more, that there are so many others out there, and that you might have met the love of your life. And there is the Ace of Pentacles is this commitment, to a firm foundation. Now, for those of you where this is not a marriage, this could also be a business partnership where you are committing to the foundation of a new business and you're ready to kind of go at it again. Okay, so for the Three of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords, clarity. Yeah, what do you want to come in? What is that opportunity? You know, when we think about going from the Three of Wands to the Four of Wands, maybe that is what you were, that was what you were working towards. The opportunity is the marriage. The opportunity is the foundation to build with this other person. Okay, so we have 3 cards that all came out here. Let's Hierophant, the World, and the Empress. Okay, so the Hierophant can also speak to marriage again. It can speak to the institutions and the laws that we choose, the higher laws that we choose to follow in our life. And with the World, here comes the World again. Hard stop. This may be where some of you had a past, you could be looking at a past marriage that didn't work or a past relationship that didn't work, and now you're being faced with a new one, and it's like, ooh, this is a lot. Time to go. But with the Empress, I think it's interesting because we have the Hierophant and then we have the Empress. The Hierophant is kind of the staid traditions. It can be even religious institutions. These are the things we're told we have to follow. And I get the feeling here from many of you with the World coming in, it's almost like, you know what? I'm going to do it my way with the Empress coming in. The Empress is an individual who understands their own creative potential. They hold space for what they want to bring into their life. The Empress can also represent our ability to give birth. And again, with the number 3 coming in, this is our ability as humans to create. And there's almost this feeling here of kind of a hard stop on maybe following the path that others have always told you to follow, believing in the things that other people or society has told you have to believe in. This can be even our own self-limiting beliefs, the rules we choose to follow and hold ourselves accountable to. And this kind of says with the World coming in, there's a feeling here of a hard stop on that and a clarity around sometimes it's not about waiting for your ships to come in. It's about creating for yourself the opportunity you want. And that is really strongly coming through here with the Ace of Swords and the Empress. There's a reality or a aha moment, a clarity coming through for many of you that the ultimate opportunity, there is marriage and what you want to create, giving birth to something, whether this is a creative project, whether this represents you wanting to become a parent, whether this represents just your awareness now that you shape your own reality. You get to bring into the experience what you want. There's no more waiting. I kind of get that feeling with the 3. I don't always get that feeling with the 3 of Wands. Sometimes it just speaks to pure opportunity. But I think for many of you, there was a waiting. There was this kind of waiting of like, okay, I really want change. I want something to come in. I want something, and it's like, well, maybe you were waiting for something to come in within a set parameter. And the realization is that you can create what you're waiting for right now. All right. And so with the 7 of Wands, there's the Devil. Okay. So what's holding you back, Virgo? The Devil can speak to also where a romantic relationship has become toxic. But it can also speak, an 8 of Cups. So there's something here, Virgo, about standing your ground around walking away from something that has long held you back. 8 of Cups is walking away from something on an emotional level. This is where you've invested a lot of time and energy into something, and it didn't become the fulfilling experience you wanted, and it's now time to walk away. And this could be for some of you walking away from a toxic relationship. It could be walking away just from anything that you feel has held you back. And sometimes it's our own limiting beliefs that hold us back. Sometimes it's being tied to another individual. It could be literally tied to someone from the past. The 5 of Cups does speak to a past disappointment. So this could be saying, you know what, I'm going to realize I can go out there and get and have a new life on my own. And I'm going to release this emotional connection to someone that hurt me in the past. It can be something as simple as that and just coming into your own power. Or this could be anything that holds us back. It could be addictions, it could be a way of life, it could be our routines. And somehow there's something here that says it's time for you to defend what you know you want to create, the awareness that has come in, and it's time for you to defend what you know you need to walk away from on an emotional level. High Priestess. Yeah, here comes the Three of Wands again. You know what you want to bring in for yourself. You know what you're hoping this opportunity is going to be because you know now that you have the power to create it. And for some of you, this is literally, pregnancy. You know you want to be a parent, something along those lines. Okay, so we also have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Five of Cups there again, coming out face down. So this is a really important card, this Five of Cups, to really face this disappointment, really face what, you can kind of see this individual kind of looking back at the Eight of Cups and the Two of Cups. There might have been this beautiful emotional connection to start, and it became the Eight of Cups, and it's disappointing. But now there is this holding firm, Seven of Wands and Three of Wands is holding firm to what you're bringing in for yourself, to what you want to create, to understanding your own creative potential. And for some of you, again, this is literally holding firm, saying, again, if it didn't work out in the past, I'm holding firm that this is going to work out. This is what I want in my life. And there's the world coming in here twice like this. It's a hard stop on a level of disconnection and possibly a marriage or a relationship that you had committed to that was not fulfilling. I mean, this could even be committing to a career path. Actually, let's just look at the underlying energy there. And there's the Ten of Coins. Yep, you go from the Ace of Coins to contemplating the Ten of Coins. The Ten of Coins is the ultimate kind of manifestation of what this Ace of Coins can become. So if this is like committing to a marriage, then now you're looking at, okay, I'm getting married. I'm putting the pain of the past behind. I'm stepping up into my most creative potential. I am walking away. I'm defending my action to walk away from something that has long limited me on an emotional level. And it's time for me to start to bring in the opportunities, to create the opportunities to take this Ace of Pentacles, which could be a marriage, which could be the foundation of a business, to grow into its ultimate potential, into my ultimate legacy. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to pull So for some of you, again, it depends. We're all on, when I do readings like this, we can all be in different, experiencing some different aspect of this reading. So for some of you, you could have literally just gotten married and you're kind of facing like having to release a tie to a past relationship, kind of just going through that like little like emotional burble and getting it out of your system. For some of you, you could just be meeting the love of your life and you're like, oh my gosh, like, is this what is it going to force me to walk away from something else in my life? Is it going to force me to start to like see how I might have commitment issues? Possibly. It can be where you realize now it's time to walk away from a business, or it's time now to commit to a business. There's all kinds of different ways that we can be in this energy. But I can see here with the Eight of Wands, this is fast energy. This is kind of like where everything happens all at once, like that movie, right? I don't know, I can't remember the exact title, like Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's the Eight of Wands. That's everything everywhere all at once. But this is stating that it's all coming together in a way that is based off of you going in and looking within. This is all in support of your own inner light. So, maybe if this is a moment to kind of take a breather, look up, realize what you want to bring in, realize what you're creating for yourself, and then realize where you've been limiting yourself on an emotional level, and now where you can finally free yourself from that to really start working on this Ten of Pentacles here. Okay, let's see the energy here. What does Virgo need to know more about the energy of July? Oh, I love it. The happy family card. So we have happy family and woman holding a heart. Wow. And all fours. Look at that. You have 44, which is an angelic divine number. It's a number of building firm foundations around the energy of love. It's also the number of personal empowerment as well, because 44 reduces to the number 8. And then 4. So this is just about purely building firm foundations around the energy of love towards a happy family, which can be the 10 of Pentacles. Maybe this came in unexpectedly for some of you. Maybe it's almost like for some of you, there's this realization of maybe where you were holding yourself back from emotionally connecting to the joy that has come into your life and from committing to it in a way, because of the pain of the past or because of there was some disappointment. And now it's like, oh, wait a second. Wait, I've been holding myself back because of that. And there's so much joy and love to be had. This is, very positive energy here, Virgo. Okay. Let's see. For some of you, it's strange. I'm feeling like perhaps there could be a recommitment to someone in your life or a recommitment to a marriage. If maybe you're newly married or you've been in a marriage for some time, this could be the 2 of Cups with the Tower and the 7 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. It could be something along those lines where it's like, do I choose to commit and recommit to someone in my life, or do I choose to let the tower fall and go out into the world and date again? There's something along those lines. And so for maybe some of you, there's been that border of like, do we break up or get married, or do we get divorced or do we recommit? Do I close the business or do I double down? So kind of keep that in mind here. Okay, so for these 2 cards, we have the 3 of Wands again and the 2 of Wands. Yep, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. We can't expect something to come in that we haven't, 2 of Wands, made the decision to go towards. So the 2 of Wands is making that decision. It's saying, I can go this way or this way, and I'm choosing to go this way. And then that is where, based off of where you're choosing to go, that's when the opportunity you want to come in comes in for yourself. So this would be saying, you know what? I'm choosing to go down the path of finding a romantic partner that I'm choosing the path of wanting to pursue a happy family and what fulfills me on a heart space. And then this is what I expect to come in from that. I expect the happy family. I expect the love of my life. I expect support from equal partnership from others. But first you've got to choose. You've got to make the decision to move towards that in that direction. And maybe for some of you, you have. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, time is now. The time is now. And it really brings up that feeling of this is a time of fortunate events for you, Virgo. Okay. Let's see here. What am I going to? Let's get you a Power of Surrender card, and then we'll pull a final card for you guys. Okay, let's see. What does Virgo need to know? Okay, so it says surrender to your intuition. Yeah, I love that. Looks like the eye of the High Priestess right here. Surrender to your intuition. It says tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. And that can be right here. The Ace of Swords with the Empress. This is on a deep intuitive level, having that awareness, that aha moment, the clarity of your own creative potential, and how that is at the heart of this entire experience here. We also have surrender denial. It says, accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. And this is always a great point to keep in mind, especially when we're trying to make decisions, because sometimes it could be trying to make a decision based on, like, let's say this is saying, should I leave a person versus breaking up with them and going out into the greater world and seeing what else is out there? Or should I let go of a past hurtful relationship so that I can go out and start to pursue something I love? Because often what we can do is you can be in a state of denial that blocks us from being able to see clearly, because we're sitting there going, well, maybe if this person just changes a little, then I don't have to leave them. Maybe if they become the person I want them to become, then I won't have to leave them. Or, maybe that person will come back into my life. And then what if I start to move on from them, but then they come back in? This is about saying it's time to just accept people and situations exactly as they are in this moment. So if, there's someone in your life that was disappointing, or there was friend groups in your life that, they went out of your life, there's a support system here. It could be a family member. It could have been a friend. This is saying, that person they're not here. They're not connected to you. So with that knowledge, then it's time to let the tower fall and go back out into the world to connect with others. Or it can say, if you're waiting for someone to change, that could be a long time waiting. That could, again, you have to take action towards what you want to have happen in your life. You can't push someone to grow with you or to make decisions for themselves. That person, that's on them. And so if that person that you're thinking about never changes, then, or if you knew as of today that person would never change, then how does that clarify your perception of what has happened here? This can also be too, where if you're looking at, let's say this is more pertaining to work, and you are wondering, should I double down on this partnership in the business that I'm in with this individual, or should I walk away and start again, or something along those lines? This is saying it's time to look at the reality of that situation. What's the reality of the money you've invested? What's the reality of the commitment of the partner that you went in with? There's something here around that, just to say, make your decision based on the facts as of now, not, well, what if they change? It's saying, what is right now, and based on that, what is your intuition telling you? Okay, I'm going to pull a final card here. And I'm going to actually, I don't always pull clarifiers for those, but I think I'm going to pull just a couple clarifiers. I feel like doing that. Let's see here. What does Virgo need to know about surrendering denial and surrendering to their intuition? We're just going to put those two together. What does Virgo need to know about that? Queen of Wands. Yeah, remembering your own inner fire. That's blooming where you're planted. That's being seen. That's harnessing the inner witch. That's allowing yourself to grow what you want to grow. Manifest what you want to manifest. Ace of Cups and Seven of Cups. This is reopening to the possibilities of connections with others. Ace of Cups is your cup. It's that cup being handed to you from the divine. This is saying, remember that you always have that direct connection through your emotions and intuition to spirit, to the entire life experience for yourself. Remember to hold your needs, your dreams, your hopes, your wishes of value to yourself. And don't be afraid to take that out into the great world of others who all have their own cup as well. The Seven of Cups can sometimes be a card of illusion, meaning that we are looking for emotional connection and fulfillment outside of ourselves, instead of realizing first we have to be emotionally fulfilled with the cup that we hold ourselves. And then when that is whole, when we respect that, then we can go out and emotionally connect on an equal level with others. We're not looking for them to fill our cup. We understand our cup is always full. And that's when the illusion is gone and we realize that what we're bringing to the table is magic, that what we're bringing to the table is our fire, is our passion. This is the connection between fire and water, between choosing to take action based on your emotional connection to the why. Why am I choosing to take action here? Why am I choosing to create this experience for myself? It's based on the dream that I have in my heart. It's based on the needs I need to have met and how I need to then connect those with others who share that. Okay, beautiful. Now I'm going to pull a final card here for you guys, and I will read the excerpt in the book that comes with this deck so we get a final message to wrap up your reading. What does Virgo need to know? Ooh, these cards are kind of hard for me to shuffle. I apologize, but we'll see. Hopefully something will come out here for you, Virgo. There we go. Ooh. Oh, I love it. Okay. 42, fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. I love this card because when you see this, there's an individual here shining. And yet, sometimes when we shine at our brightest, it does kind of cast light on other people's shadows, or it how can I put this? That when we are shining brightly as ourselves, sometimes people can be almost burned by that light, especially those people who are not living from the same place. They become either jealous or frightened, or, why does she or he have the right to shine like that? And I'm just intuitively getting, it's time for you just to shine. You've been in a hermit phase for too long. You've done the work. You've gone within, and now it's time to radiate. It's time to shine. It's time to say, this is my new life. This is the choice I'm making, and this is how I'm going to connect. I'm going to connect from this place, this version of myself with others, not this version, not this version, this version. Okay, so let's see. Fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. Oops, it's number 42. Okay, so it says the fifth ray of intellectual knowledge has come to you as a spiritual gift. You're being given the ability to find information you need, understand systems that impact your life, and find clarity in any issue that has seemed unclear or overwhelming. Yes, there's that clarity on that decision. It says, you shall sort the truth from the lies and learn what you need to know. The Archangel Raphael now assists you in integrating the blessings of the fifth ray. You are distilling a new truth. And I think the truth you're distilling with the Ace of Swords coming up on the Three of Wands is your own ability to create. It says it might be the truth of discernment, where you realize the appearance of a person, group, or cause is misleadingly different to the inner reality. Discernment is incredibly important on the spiritual path, all the more so as you open up to work with energies, with teachers and teachings, and to sort out all issues in your life according to your spiritual principles. So I'm going to say that it's here to look at your spiritual principles, not what others have told you the principles you should follow. Or again, this can come into with religion telling you it needs to be a certain way, or society or culture or the government telling you it has to be a certain way. It's just saying what is true to your spiritual principles. It says discernment is not judgment, but it does allow you to make informed decisions based on frequency. When you choose to associate with people who are on a higher frequency, everyone benefits. If you choose to associate with people on a lower frequency than your own, you may feel your life moving more slowly, becoming harder than it needs to be. Discernment helps you navigate through illusions and find the real gems. It helps you step back from those who say they want to support you, but who actually just want to take and not give in return. And that can be the Seven of Cups with the Six of Pentacles that was coming in up here. That can really be looking at, again, who is willing to reciprocate and who is not in your life on any level, be this work, be this love, be this, friendships. It says the fifth ray helps you choose wisely and sever unhealthy connections. And that is literally the Eight of Cups with the Devil. This ray also comes to you when there is more to something than meets the eye. You'll be given the power to discover and understand the truth. Wait until the truth clicks inside you. Until then, keep looking deeper until you unravel the mystery. The fifth ray will help you do so successfully. I think it's beautiful. I think for many of you, there is this feeling here of stepping into your power, really understanding that by finding your own inner light and going within and taking that time, that yes, there may have been someone in your experience that fell away. There may have been a disappointing relationship that while you were going through this didn't work out, but there's something here now where it's saying this is the time, and the clarity is going to come through. There's going to be this beautiful realization this month for many of you, and it's going to be about committing to your heart and to the dream of whatever a happy family looks like for you. Obviously, not everybody needs to have children. Not everybody wants to get married and have the house and the 2.5 kids. It's one of those things where it's what does that happy family represent to you? And what is the foundation you want to base that on? And how can you commit to that with a full and open heart? And how can you start then to connect that to others? Because that's kind of the lesson here is we can't grow a pentacle into the 10 of Pentacles without others helping us, without that support of community, without us taking our magic and our love and going out there to see the opportunities of who we can connect that with. And that's what brings in ultimately the opportunity. All right, I'm going to leave it here. This is a beautiful message, Virgo, for so many of you. For those of you who are looking to really kind of follow your heart's dream, there's going to be a beautiful kind of cleansing decision that comes through this month, the clarity on your own personal power and creative potential in your life. And that's going to really allow you to, again, just free yourself, sever yourself from whatever's been holding you back from that for some time. Alrighty, if you'd like to book a personal reading, you can click on the link in the description box below to visit my website. Otherwise, I do post a weekly collective reading that is then followed up by individual mini readings for the week for each sign. If you'd like to view those, you can subscribe to the channel and get notified when those are released. Otherwise, I will see you all next month for August's Illumination reading. Bye, everyone.